receiver out of the game. From the 35, 19 seconds left. Ball pumps, throws, touchdown!
It was 25 years ago. Brett Favre came off the bench, replacing injured Packers starter Don Majkowski to down Cincinnati in Green Bay's third game of the '92 season. The next week, he would begin an Ironman streak of 297 starts. But you know that already. What you might not be aware of is how bad he played early in the game, leading fans to call for Ty Detmer?
Favre again loses the snap. Loose football. Favre, another one of those play fakes 3 feet away from the running back, loses the football again. Number 31, Darrell Williams, separates Favre from the football. Well, you live and die with somebody like Brett Favre.
You see, the forces behind the scenes that pushed Favre from unknown country backup to the NFL's leading man for the next 2 decades were the same ones that stuck with him that Sunday. And I'm not talking about the much-traveled tale of Packers GM Ron Wolf acquiring Favre from the Falcons in a trade. Although, it was a heck of a deal that didn't appear so at the time.
Favre is going to take it and step back off Pritchard's hand and intercept it, and a touchdown in the corner.
No, in order for Favre to become Lambeau's Superman, 2 more S's played an integral role: staff and synchronicity. The same year Wolf consummated the trade for Atlanta's third-string quarterback, he also hired his first choice as head coach, 49ers offensive coordinator Mike Holmgren. No one knew it at the time, but a Hall of Fame quarterback's career and Titletown's first Lombardi trophy in 3 decades would result from this move.
We got the youngster in now. Let's see what he can do, huh? Throw it away, throw it away, throw it away, throw it away.
If you didn't think it could get any more ugly, it is.
Can he play? Does he know what to do?
Okay, so there were some growing pains. Good, bad, or ugly, Holmgren was born to work with Favre. Not just pushing him as a quarterback, but his experience working with players as unique to one another as Favre was, well, unique. Holmgren ran the offense when the 49ers did this.
Black 59 Razor! Black 59 Razor! 49
Pump fake by Montana. Launches it for the end zone. Jerry Rice! Oh, what a catch by Rice! Touchdown, 49ers!
And this.
Touchdown, Jerry Rice, number 5!
Now, Holmgren also developed another Hall of Fame quarterback in Steve Young, while game planning successfully enough for San Francisco to go 5-1 with Steve Bono under center. Montana, Young, Bono, all were different style players, much like Favre. Holmgren could work with each and game plan with each, especially with his support staff.
We got 3-jet flanker drive seam before. First of all, we got 3-jet, but we have flanker drive. Can you change it?
Let's take a look at the coaches on that '92 Packers team. Holmgren hired Steve Mariucci to coach quarterbacks. The same Steve Mariucci who would end up being the head coach of the 49ers when this happened.
3-man rush, and Young stumbles on the way back and fires up the middle. Pass is caught by Owens. Owens made the catch.
The head coach parade didn't stop there. Coaching Favre's offensive line and tight end, the legendary Ed West, if you care to know, was Andy Reid. The same Andy Reid whose team would beat Favre on a pretty well-known play to make it to the third of his 5 NFC Championship appearances.
This is the ball game right here.
This is the game for the Eagles.
McNabb is back. He is firing, and it is caught by Freddie Mitchell. He does have a first down.
Hey, how about the quality control coach? No one usually cares about those guys. But on this '92 Packer team was John Gruden. You might have heard of him.
There it is. The dagger's in. We're going to win the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, baby! Boom, boom, boom!
And we haven't even gotten to defensive assistants Ray Rhodes and Dick Duran, both of whom would become head coaches in the very near future. Sure, they didn't coach Favre directly, but don't think for a second that the Green Bay defense wasn't a huge factor in Favre going from exciting player to an all-time winner.
Here's Drew, straight back in the pocket. Here they come again.
Reggie got him again.
And now, baby, it's over. The Vince Lombardi Trophy is coming home where it started.
So that's the end of the deal, right? Holmgren and staff arriving in 1992 were all that Favre needed to become a franchise quarterback. Not exactly. There's a small backstory to the backstory. But you need to know, it's synchronicity, or call it magic. Not this kind of magic. No, magic as an M-A-J-I-K. Don Majkowski, the man Favre replaced before saving the day against the Bengals, was supposed to be the savior of the Packers. Even though he was drafted in the 10th round, the Majik Man played himself into a valuable asset. In his first career start, he led Green Bay to a tie against the eventual AFC champion Broncos. He developed into a star by his third year, throwing for more than 4,000 yards and 27 touchdowns, including rushing for 5 more, leading Lindy and Fonnie's team to a 10-6 record.
Majkowski with the snap, back with some time, looking, now stepping up, on the run. He's going to have to throw in the end zone. Throw it on, and touchdown! Sterling Sharp! He caught it, and he threw it in between 2, and what a throw by Majkowski!
Unfortunately, Majkowski tore his rotator cuff the following season and was never quite the same. Green Bay stumbled to a 10-22 record over the next 2 years under Infante, while the ailing Majik Man suffered through a series of injuries and played only part-time. Thus, Wolf acquired a promising, third-string quarterback, changing the course of NFL history.